Maybe he just turns into a guy who can't handle his emotions at all, kind of like you.
Kind of like me.
Dude, you told me you almost divorced your wife over a fucking wrestling podcast that we didn't record, and you got kicked out of Subway over 58 cents. I think it's safe to say that you can't handle your emotions.
No argument from this end.
And now, the No Return Flight Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome once again. Checking in live from London. Darby's checking in live from Los Angeles.
Yep.
You are with us at the No Return Flight Wrestling Podcast. Sorry we missed you last week. Got a little bit under the weather, and I couldn't quite perform. And I'd like to send my sincerest apologies to our 15 listeners out there. We were sad to let you down.
Very sad, but I don't think they missed much. The product was pretty whack last week, let's be honest.
It was pretty bad, and I was super excited because I'm out here in London. I know that we get a raucous London crowd from time to time, and by time to time I mean every time.
Yeah.
And
but wait.
The crowd came through, but the product did not. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you should clarify. You're out in London, but Raw was in London. Raw and SmackDown, and you went to the show, so you got to experience it firsthand. I wanted to ask you about this. How aside from the shitty show, how was the crowd? How did it feel to be there?
It was good energy. I couldn't turn up the way I wanted to. That's when I first started getting sick. Was like right before the show.
Yeah.
So I only had one beer, some shitty pizza. And
Papa John's? Papa John's?
They do slang Papa John's out here, and it's disgusting. But
man,
this arena, the O2 Arena pizza is probably just as bad. In fact, the food in London is pretty bad in general. Not a huge fan.
Have you had your bangers and mash yet?
No, I haven't had bangers. And what are bangers?
Bangers are sausages, I believe, and it's a quasi well-known British breakfast, and it's like sausage and potatoes, and then maybe some other shit that doesn't belong there. But yeah, you're right.
You know what? They served that on my flight in. That was like the breakfast we had. It was like we wanted English breakfast, and it was like a nasty sausage.
It was like a shoe with a moldy sock in it.
Yeah, it was with the powdered Jello eggs.
Oh, what?
Remember the powdered eggs?
No.
You've never eaten powdered eggs before?
No. Is it powder? Is it eggs that are powder, or is it a type of powder that goes on top of eggs?
No, it's like powder that once you I don't know how you make it actually, but it turns into like real eggs at the end of the day. And you can't see me, but I'm putting real eggs in quotation marks right now.
Oh! I was doing the air quotes as you were doing that, so I got you on this end.
We're on the same page about the powdered eggs.
We are on the same page.
I have enjoyed that English breakfast, and I just put enjoyed in quotation marks also.
But was there a? I mean, does one thing stand out from, because you were going to go to, you went to SmackDown, and I suggested you should go to Raw, and you said, nah, I don't know if I should, and goddamn, that was the save of the day, because Raw was a smoldering piece of shit.
I still haven't even watched that episode of Raw.
Oh, please don't.
It was 3 hours of my life that I can't get back.
Yeah, it was horrendous. But from SmackDown, was there any memory that stands out to you?
I would say what stood out, which has been standing out, is the rise of Jinder Mahal and how they're really putting him over to try to make him seem like a viable contender to the champion.
Like a credible threat? Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been all on the Jinder train for a while now. So I appreciated that. I predicted that at the beginning. I went with a buddy from work, And he was positive that, I forget who he said was going to win, but I told him, I was like, 100% Ginger's going to get the pin because they got to make him look strong ahead of his match. And sure enough, just go ahead and throw me on the writing staff, guys. I got this one covered.
You got it.
So, but yeah, at the end of the day, it was a shit show, and I heard, and maybe we've been misled by what we think about the London shows.
Yeah.
But apparently they always kind of mail it in, from what I heard, because they don't want the results and stuff to get leaked. So I was thinking the things that we actually remember were from like pay-per-views and things like that.
Okay, all right. There was a NXT takeover in London. I want to say within the past year. And
every NXT takeover is pretty bomb, but
yeah.
I'm sure the London one was off the chain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the London crowd, regardless of what's going on in the ring, the London crowd, they have their chants and whatnot, so they're known to be pretty raucous. But I felt bad, honestly, watching that on TV. I felt bad for people that shelled out money, shelled out a few pounds for
I dropped about 125 USD. We had great seats.
Yeah.
But it just didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Except for Shinsuke. The Shinsuke entrance was the highlight.
That's what it seemed like. That's what I was trying to prod you towards that, but it seemed like everyone was singing in unison, and he had I would say he had his best showing last week. He didn't, sound like a total retard, and he got some decent offense on the zigs, and yeah. But aside from that, terrible show, which is why we completely skipped our weekly show last week. So apologies for anyone.
You got kind of upset at me too.
Bro, I almost got divorced on Sunday, and I feel like us not doing a show was the catalyst for that. So,
You need to learn how to keep your emotions in check.
I do. That's on me. But
like the fact that we didn't do a wrestling podcast should not lead to the demise of your marriage.
Okay. All right. I'll try to keep that in mind. But I got these emotions, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like wrestling means a lot to me.
Speaking of emotions,
yeah,
I'm a little sad.
Why?
No Strowman for months, apparently.
For for a month or for 6 months? Because during Raw they said 6 months.
Yes, I just said months. I just did plural. I didn't have a number in mind because I heard that he might be popping back up for SummerSlam.
Okay. In some capacity.
In some capacity. I'm sure they'll have him. I mean, he already did a match in a sling.
Yeah.
And he jeopardized his elbow even more to get written off of TV. So, wow. I mean, I feel like if he's out of the sling or through physical therapy, that he might just go ahead and show up.
Yeah. What do we know? What caused this injury? I mean, I think K-fob wise, we're led to believe that running through a fucking the back door of an ambulance was what did it. But then he had that fight with Rowan last week on Raw, and they were going pretty hard on each other. And I think that was, him getting written off TV for months. So
they needed to do that to write him off. I'm not sure how the injury actually happened, though. Maybe he exerted too much force jerking off in the back.
It's possible. Can you imagine having an arm that probably weighs, I don't know, 80 pounds and trying to masturbate with that arm?
He probably injured himself because he didn't use the baby oil Vaseline lotion concoction that gives you that fluid motion.
Oh shit! You know what? I want that to be our first sponsor. Is the masturbatory cream that you speak so highly of, and you could be the face of it, and you could say, "Yo, guys, listen, they're paying me, but I'm a strong advocate of this product. Use it myself, and and then I'll come on and say, well, I use shampoo, and
what?
Oh, whoa! You've never used shampoo?
No, I've never used shampoo.
Shampoo's a good lazy man's quick fix because it's slimy, but and then your pubes get nice and tethered or whatever the fuck happens when you put shampoo in any part of hair. But
do you use like a dual blend, like shampoo and conditioner? So like you have a nice volume on your pubic hair.
I mean, haven't yet, but you know what? You bet that's getting tried out.
I feel like conditioner might be a better lubricant.
I feel like you're right. Think about conditioner. And granted, I have white person hair, and you don't, so you might not know this. But conditioner, if I put it in my hair and I wash it out, it never feels like it washes out. It always feels like it's there, lingering, like it has some presence. And I don't like that, so I don't fuck with conditioner on the reg. But shampoo.
Are we sure it's not because you don't know how to rinse your hair like an adult?
I'm not sure, because that is also a possibility. But for the time being, I avoid conditioner.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Yep.
I avoid conditioner as well. I have a bald head, so I guess I don't need it. Let's put a little glisten on mine. Like the new Mr. Clean. Isn't the new Mr. Clean black?
Is he?
I feel like they're about to introduce a black Mr. Clean.
Whoa, that's revolutionary.
It is. I'm sure that there will be some white people that go up in arms because they feel like, where's their country going? The country's going to the wolves.
This is goddamn. This is absolute horse shit, Mr.
Where
Clean.
my country gone?
Yeah.
Where my country gone? They're trying to have a black 007, a black Mr. Clean.
Whoa, is that is that a thing? They're trying to have a black James Bond?
Yeah.
I mean I'm a huge James Bond fan, and it's the first time I heard that.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get Idris Elba, Stringer Bell from The Wire.
I didn't watch The Wire, and don't get mad at me, because I know, it's the best show ever made. Yeah. Yeah. Well, when
this is a wrestling podcast, so I'm not gonna go off on a Wire tangent right now.
Okay.
But fuck, bro, what the fuck?
I mean, I'll put it like this: when I moved to Vietnam and you were living there, you introduced me to a couple shows. And I only had time for one, and we chose to watch another British show, which was The In-Betweeners, and I loved it.
Great show,
and highly recommend it for everyone.
Did you watch the sequel to the movie?
No, I didn't.
I haven't watched that yet either, and somebody told me about it while I was out here, and I was like, how did I miss this? And they were like on a backpacking trip, and they pretty much make fun of all the stereotypical backpacks that we hate. Like guitar guy.
Oh God, guitar guy.
Yoga chick on the beach.
Jesus.
Fucking people with their spirit animals and shit who haven't bathed in days.
Sounds like a must watch.
Dude, Will goes on an epic rant.
Oh.
And it's real good. I'm gonna find the link and send that shit to you.
Please do.
Speaking of epic rants, damn, my fucking segues are on point today. Alexa Bliss.
Woo!
Snapped.
Woo!
Is she the best women's wrestler right now? Full package wise?
Full package wise? Oh, it's tough because Charlotte's so good in the ring, and Charlotte's also an excellent heel, and I think that Bliss has the slight leg up in terms of mic skills, maybe, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but Charlotte's so fire in the ring that I would probably, I don't know, that's a tough one. I would probably say Charlotte gets the slight nod for the moment, but Bliss is, she's on that upward climb.
I'm going to have to disagree. I think you're picking Charlotte off of legacy right now.
Oh.
I'm speaking like right now, currently.
Okay.
As of May 17th.
Bliss. Okay. Well, I'll pick Charlotte, even though Charlotte's kind of hanging around in this this 3-way feud, 6-woman tag match kind of thing.
Yeah, she's working a weak angle right now.
Yeah.
It's a weak pay-per-view match. We'll get to Backlash in a second with our predictions and whatnot. But yeah, man, Alexa Bliss tore into the crowd, tore into Bayley, laid the law.
Shut
down.
Where
was her muscle at? Where was Nia Jax at?
And I'll give you credit because you predicted that about 2 weeks ago, and last week it happened. She got her muscle. She got her Nia Jax, and I didn't see her. No, she wasn't there on Raw, so that's kind of weird. Just a no-show.
Odd.
You know what another odd no-show was on SmackDown? Who said he was going to be here this week? Who wasn't? I'll give you a hint. Someone extremely handsome.
Somebody extremely handsome?
Handsome Rusev.
Oh, no, he said he wasn't going to come back until he got a match. He said he wanted to get a match at Money in the Bank or something, a championship match.
So he said last week during SmackDown. I don't know if they showed this video at the arena, but he said he'd be back this week to confront Shane McMahon about that match, and he was a no-show. And then I guess he was apparently at a Stanley Cups, like a Predators hockey game. But
what?
Yeah, I was disappointed. When the show ended, I was like, tell me he's on Talking Smack, and he wasn't. And I was like, God damn it! You know, if I'm promised a handsome handsome Rusev appearance,
Jack,
then I need my Rusev, and you know, I feel like SmackDown's going to change completely when Rusev and the New Day arrive.
I mean, the star power goes through the roof.
Through the roof.
So, you think they're going to wait for Kofi before the New Day comes?
Is Kofi injured?
He had ankle surgery.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's what I think. Didn't the Revival, they wrote him off, that's how they wrote him off TV to get surgery. Remember when the Revival fucked him up?
Yeah.
They haven't been on TV since.
What's up with the Revival? Because Revival came in, storming in, they threw an ass whooping down on the New Day, and
yeah, another sad story. I think at a house show, one of them broke their jaw or something like that. So they're out for weeks also.
Jesus, they are that guy's got to do what Rusev did then, and debut with the face mask, and then start calling himself handsome Revival guy.
Handsome Revival guy.
What are their names, like Carlos and Jimmy or some shit?
What their names are?
It's on the tip of my tongue. The crowd at NXT would always chant, "Which one's
Dash and Dawson?"
Yes.
Which one's Dash? Which one's Dawson? I still don't know which one's Dash or which one's Dawson.
I don't
know they're nice as fuck in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Real fucking nice.
Yeah.
What was I about to say, though? Going back to Alexa Bliss and Bayley, they got this kendo stick match at Extreme Rules. I don't know what to think about that. A kendo stick on a pole match?
Is that some sort of like phallic reference? Like there's a giant cock floating above the ring somewhere, and there are two girls like fighting and clawing to grab it and, club the other one down with it?
Raw is still TV PG, so I'm going to go ahead and say no, they won't be trying to snatch a dildo off of a pole to fight within the ring.
Yeah. Well,
gonna go ahead and give that prediction 0%.
Well,
you know what I will predict though?
Yes.
That there will be a kendo stick on a pole, like the fucking match says.
Oh. So do you predict that Great Balls of Fire is actually going to have some guy run around with his nutsack lit on fire? If you're taking everything at face value, then there you go.
If there was to be one person to have their nuts set on fire on the Raw roster, who would it be? Like, who could you feasibly see that happening to?
Mojo Rawley.
That's not a bad call.
No, definitely not. Again, another no-show on SmackDown, and that's...
Wasn't he doing a fucking arena tour in London?
Yeah. Maybe they left him in London.
He's weird. It was like a fucking Make-A-Wish Foundation shit that he was doing.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know any kid whose wish would be to meet Mojo Rawley, though.
Before they die? Is that like anyone's final wish? Before I go, I just want to meet Mojo Rawley one time. It's like, hey, what's up, kids? What's going on?
I told you that I got you a shirt from the show, right?
Yes. Don't tell me you got me a Mojo Rawley shirt.
I didn't get you a Mojo Rawley shirt. They didn't have any Mojo Molly. Mojo Molly. That's what he should turn into. He should be Mojo Molly, and he should like come out with Naomi and just fucking rave out.
Damn. Well, they already tried the ecstasy gimmick with what's that guy's name? Adam Rose.
Adams. Oh yeah.
And you can't. That shit can't fly in a TV PG era. Sadly.
You don't think they can pull that off? Have them like pop like Chiclets gum and never really refer to what it is? Oh, that's what they should do. He's just like chew his gum hard as fuck, so it's like he's rolling his face off.
Like sweating profusely?
And with his, like the drifter, how the drifter just pops up, they should have Mojo Molly just pop up during like people's theme songs that are crunk and just like juke hard as fuck. That would be the best gimmick ever. Mojo Molly, who just bombs people's theme music and turns up, raving hard as fuck.
Fuck, I love it. That is a great idea. And you know,
I'm gonna have to tweet that at Mojo later.
Please, God damn.
You know him in Gronk. I've seen pictures of them clubbing and videos of them clubbing.
Yeah.
Yo, they be off that shit, yo.
Word?
I don't think so in real life, but it looks like they are.
It's possible. In the off season, Gronk gets a little, Patriots just won the Super Bowl. This dude's injured. I mean, what does he got to do? Got to go out to the club and, fucking get crunk as shit.
Just down a bunch of fucking pills and turn up at a Deadmau5 concert.
I mean, what? Why not? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Oh, what else we need from Raw? Oh, I think.
Wait. What else have we? I mean, we discussed one segment. I mean,
we discussed Strowman, Alexa Bliss, and I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah. Can we discuss the heel turn heard around the world?
What's up?
What's up? Goldust turns on his former partner, R-Truth, and just beats him down. First of all, I don't know if you heard, there were some thank you Goldust chants in the crowd.
Did.
And then the one-liner at the end just really sealed it. Was the nail in the coffin when he just grabbed the microphone and said, "That's what's up," like that. And
how weird do you think Goldust is gonna get? Do you think he's gonna get like Attitude Era weird?
Man,
do you think he pulls out the Shattered Dreams?
Yeah, of course.
You remember that? You remember that finisher?
No. Oh, you meant the finisher. I thought you meant Shattered Dreams Productions, where he was like a pornographer. You remember that shit?
No. I was talking about the finishing move where he would like you'd basically have people straddle like the second rope in the corner and just kick them in the nuts.
Oh!
Call it Shattered Dreams.
Oh my god. Such nostalgia.
That took you back, didn't it?
Took me back. I mean, I winced, physically, because that looked like one of the more painful ones. Granted, everyone's wearing a cup, but any sort of nut contact...
and essentially, he still just kicks like the turnbuckle. It doesn't actually kick him in the nuts. And I mean, Dean Ambrose kicked The Miz in the nuts last episode, so I feel like we might be able to get a Shattered Dreams appearance.
Yeah, it'd be great. You? I say I'm in favor. I vote aye.
I kind of wish this feud was on SmackDown because I think it would actually get decent airtime.
Yeah.
Where there's with Raw, they might act like it didn't happen next week and Golden Truth comes out and tags against Enzo and Cass or some shit.
Well, you know what? One thing I'll say that I did like, in this past 2 weeks, starting back from the London show where they were part of the tag team turmoil, the promo backstage between R-Truth and Goldust was dope. And
it was really good.
It was really good, and it was like overwhelmingly good because you kind of felt for these guys all of a sudden. It just like went from the underdog supposedly. Although what somebody on the Reddit message boards pointed out was before their loss in the tag team turmoil, those two were 36-0 for the year.
Or 0-36?
No, 36-0. They had not lost.
When did they fight?
Granted, these were all house shows.
Word?
But they hadn't lost a match all year, and they had a significant amount of matches. So that was kind of the shocker. And obviously they lost in London, and then this week was the heel turn.
Do they get pops at house shows or something? Why the fuck are they winning matches at house shows?
I don't know. I have no idea, and I don't know who they're beating.
Who are they beating?
Exactly. Is it like Zack Ryder and some crippled kid or some shit?
Zack Ryder's a crippled kid his damn self right now.
Oh, that's true.
It'd have to be like versus like fucking Heath Slater and Rhino or something. Like,
yeah, probably. But
doesn't make any sense.
What I was gonna say is what I did like, were that these guys were backstage on Monday and they were going out to face the Bullet Club supposedly. So they say, "Come on, let's get ready for our match." And then you kind of groan because, all right, these guys are gonna face the Bullet Club. Doesn't really matter who's going over, but Bullet Club never shows. So there's a mild swerve there because you don't see the Goldie heel turn coming. You think, at the very least the Bullet Club's going to come out, and they didn't. So kudos to them for that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, and it was unexpected, I would say.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Can we?
Have you seen The Mac before? Like the old blaxploitation movie?
The Mac.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh man, well, the main character, the pimp in that movie, is named Goldie, and it just reminded me of it when you called Goldust Goldie, and I kind of wish he would just do a fucking a complete like Goldie 70s pimp gimmick.
Yeah, and happy birthday to the Godfather, by the way. They brought that up on SmackDown, so I guess yesterday was his birthday. No idea how old that fool is, but goddamn, that dude, a pimp. There was a guy with a pimp gimmick in WWE at one point, and I think we should all just acknowledge that for a second.
Dude, can I hit you with some Goldie quotes from the movie?
Sure.
Oh man, if Goldust starts busting out this shit, I would be so happy.
He won't.
Mr. Pretty Tony, I mean, you know the rules of the game. I mean, your bitch just chose me. Now we can settle this like you got some class, or we can get into some gangster shit. Oh man, I forgot how good this movie was. I'm gonna have to watch this shit again.
I'll watch it. Fuck.
Oh man, you trying to fuck with that this weekend?
Yeah. Well, we got a big weekend. We got Takeover Chicago. We have Backlash, and let's throw a little blaxploitation in there. Why not?
Man, I'm gonna have to use this pickup line next time I get to go to the club.
What is it?
Shake says to him, "Hey baby, you remember me? I'd have to lose all my brain cells in my head before I forget something as fine as you." The 70s were great. I feel like I could thrive in the 70s.
I think so too. I think you're basically a man essentially living a 70s lifestyle in the what is it, the 10s? How do you refer to the this decade? We stopped numerating them after the 90s. Because nobody says the 00s, the 10s.
They said the 2000s. We did say the 2000s, but we didn't say the 2000. We don't say the 2010s.
No. The teens, what they call them?
No.
No.
What do you call that shit? I don't care.
No idea.
Look it up, but that's interesting.
No idea. Well, we'll report back on that. That's a story. That's an open story. So tune in next week, if for anything, to figure out how the fuck we refer to this decade.
We refer to it just as this decade and keep it simple.
This decade. Sure, why not? Yeah, that works.
No, there's no confusion when you say it that way.
No, this decade. Oh, you mean the 90s? No, you fucking idiot. No. Nobody.
Dude, I was just at this fucking restaurant. I wanted to slap the manager. He brings some shit over, and he was like, "Did you guys have any other drinks?" They're like, "Yeah, I had a beer. He had a beer, and such and such." Did you tell my colleague? Did you let my colleague? He's like, "Oh, did you tell my colleague?" We're like, "Who the fuck else do you think we told? Like the nigga at this table sitting next to us? Like the fuck kind of question is that?"
Yeah, no, I told the homeless guy out across the street in the little red toll booth. God, so what did he end up charging you, or what resulted?
We got our drinks another 20 minutes later. Yo, the service in London is so bad.
Oh shit.
I think it's because they don't have to work for tips, yo.
What?
Yeah, they get like a living wage. So
what do you give them, like shekels?
No, like they get paid. They get paid like, I don't know, fucking $12 an hour or whatever. So like they don't, like, tipping's not expected out here. They'll take tips, but the fact that they're getting paid already, they don't really have to give you good service because they don't need your fucking tip.
Fuck that.
So I don't know how I feel about that.
Let me ask this then. Do you, being an American, do you agree with the tipping custom?
I'm torn on it because I get way better service in the States, but I wonder if we reverted to that stateside, if we'd have shitty service there as well.
Yeah. Can I bring something up, by the way? This seems like a good time to insert this. And I don't want to go off on a complete, total tangent, but last Friday I went to Subway, and Subway has the $6 footlong of the day, right?
$6 footlong, nice.
And so
doesn't have the same ring as $5 footlong, but
no, it doesn't. But
inflation happens.
Inflation, and I accept that. But I go in there and it's tuna. The sub of the day is tuna, so I get a 12-inch tuna sandwich for $6. Now, what I discovered recently, to my amazement, was that you could get this sandwich and you could pay $6 flat, no tax. Now, granted, I don't mind paying that extra, 58 cents, but I got real accustomed to paying $6 and not having to worry about fumbling change out of my pockets. Now, on Friday, I got into I would say an argument, but that's a bit of an understatement.
Did you get in a fight with another homeless person?
No. This was the female, the Latina chick, the obese Latina chick working at a Subway at 3 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, who just hates everyone, and told me, okay, so let me go back a couple steps. I go to pay, and she charges me $6.58, and I say, well, the last 10 times I've come here, I paid $6. And she tells me, well, yeah, but we have a dine-in fee. And I'm like, you have a dine-in fee? She said, yes. And I said, well, last time you guys charged me $6.58, but you told me it was because I toasted my sub, right? So I guess it cost them, tax. It cost them 50-60 cents because they need to put my sub in an oven. So I get that. So I that was duly noted, and I said, next time I come, I'm not going to toast it. Now, she tried charging me that tax on Friday when my sub wasn't toasted, and her rationale was, well, you got this to dine in. And I said, well, what the fuck? Well, why does it make any difference whether I eat here or there? If anything, it should be cheaper when I eat there because I'm not getting it in that plastic bag. They don't have to roll it up real nice. Just cut it in half and there.
Sound logic.
So she told me that she said that the previous 10 times everyone was charging me that because they were nice, and that she's supposed to charge me, the $6 only if I take it out. So I did a little investigation, and and I called some of the other local Subways, and I found out what she was saying was absolutely true. They charge they'll charge the tax if you A, get it toasted, and B, if you eat in the Subway as opposed to if you get it to go. Now, what I did, my way to defeat this little shitty rule was I said, okay, well, just give me it to go, and I'm going to eat it here. And she told me, okay, well, you know what? She said, next time you come here, I'm going to charge you extra. And then she looked around to her coworkers and she said, you hear that, everyone? This guy, next time you see him, you charge him the tax. And started saying, like, it's only 58 cents anyways. I don't know why it's such a big deal. I'm like, well, it's the goddamn principal, woman. So, we argued a bit, and I don't think I'm ever allowed back in that Subway again. But still, beside the point, like, what the fuck? Why are they charging more to take my sandwich home? Or, I'm sorry, why are they charging less to take my sandwich to go as opposed to eating it? That seems counterintuitive, and it's ridiculous, but it is an actual law/rule here in California at Subway. So, point of the story is, if you're ever going to Subway, get your shit to go. You can eat it there. Don't tell them you're going to eat it there. And try to avoid toasting your sandwich whenever possible. The end.
That is an interesting nugget, but I was expecting a lot more from that story.
I'm sorry. That I'm still a little hot from the argument that I had with the woman, and obviously I'm upset that I can't go back to Subway because I ate Subway for lunch about 2 times a week. So now I need to eat elsewhere. And sorry guys if that was anticlimactic, but hopefully there's a lesson to be learned. I'm not sure.
It was good. Any of our West Coast California listeners, if you ever want to save 58 cents at Subway, there you go.
Yeah.
Darby Shaw showed you the way.
Now it just sounds ridiculous. Now that you've, now that I heard somebody else say it, it's just like, I don't know if we really needed that whole tangent to save somebody.
You got banned from a Subway over 58 cents.
Yeah.
I want you to let that set in for a second.
Well then, let's move on back to wrestling, shall we?
To the Titus brand?
Titus brand.
How do you feel about the Titus brand? Trying to get in on that?
Am I trying to get in on it?
You're trying to be the latest signee. You trying to buy some stock in the Titus brand?
A couple things that stand out from the whole Titus charade was, first of all, Titus went ham. Titus went fucking batshit, and I loved it. Aside from the other promo,
Titus is nice on the mic.
Titus is nice on the mic.
Very charismatic.
Yeah, and big fan of that. Also, loved the quote from Corey saying after Titus got dropped, saying, "Oh my God, Titus is wearing over $4,300 in wardrobe right now."
Oh man, Corey be dropping those lines.
Dropping those bars, son.
And they got like you mentioned earlier when we were speaking that it's hard to get real heel heat these days.
Yeah.
But that New Jersey crowd was none too pleased that he cut off their hometown boys.
I mean, anytime somebody gets the asshole chant from the crowd,
you don't get that often anymore.
No. Back when Mr. McMahon was showing up every week during the Attitude Era, he'd always get the asshole chant. But goddamn, that is a bygone relic of a former era.
That would be a good thing to look up. Who was the last person to get the asshole chant before Titus just got it?
Wow.
You think it was McMahon?
No, I can answer that. And that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Yeah, that was Roman Reigns during his promo after WrestleMania, where he came out right after he retired The Undertaker. He came out during that 10-minute, shit fest that was the crowd just heckling the shit out of him before he finally says, "This is my yard now." There was an asshole chant in there, and I'm sure of that.
That's awesome.
There was also a "fuck you" chant, and a few other ones. But yeah, surprised I remember that.
How do they not turn him heel after retiring The Undertaker?
God damn. How? You know what? I have a theory on this. I think that Roman is... I think he's a new type of heel. I feel like he's a neo
heel for the smarks.
Yeah, maybe like a
meta level heel.
A meta level heel. Because they cannot be. I refuse to believe that they are fucking up this bad with the reaction this guy gets.
Well, it's because he's number one in merch sales. That's comes down to that almighty dollar, yo. My thing is though, if they just turned him heel for the summer and then turned him back babyface, the crowd reaction would match the fucking merch sales, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah, like give him summer, like you said, summer would be a great, even a month, even one run, one pay-per-view build up as a heel. But you know what? By this point, it might as well be, a foregone thing.
Well, that's the thing too. If he turns heel, like everybody will start cheering him.
Yeah, they'll never have the intended effect with Roman Reigns.
Although I don't know, you think the smart fans will boo him just out of respect? Because like, hey, we've been asking it for so long that fuck it, we'll boo him because it's the right thing to do. Because that's what I do sometimes at shows. Even if I boo the shit out of The Miz, and he's like my favorite character. But I just pay respect to the man.
Yeah.
Respect the craft.
It's a respectful booing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly, I feel like at this point, his whole career path is just going to get shat on left and right by all the smarks. And, like, even think of it this way. Even kids who are too young to formulate their own opinions. I mean, if that music hits, kids look around, they see everyone booing around them. They're going to boo because that's what people are doing. So it's just kind of it's like it's being passed on to the next generation, to the next, which is the message that Roman Reigns is worthy of booing, worthy of being genuinely booed, and nobody's going to like this guy. I feel like no matter what he does, unless he goes to SmackDown at some point, and I think they would somehow redevelop his character and maybe make him cool again. But as long as he's on Raw and he's Vince's boy and little pet project, nobody's ever going to like this dude.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, the year before he won the Royal Rumble, everybody was rooting for him to win the Royal Rumble against Bautista.
Yeah. How weird was...
Maybe it's us. We're just some fickle-ass fans. I mean, it really just came down to that he wasn't Daniel Bryan. That's why everybody turned on him at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Essentially,
you're right. Yeah.
Do you think if there was no Daniel Bryan that he would have got over? I mean, when he was the enforcer of the Shield and they kind of broke up and he almost won the Royal Rumble and shit, everybody was rooting for the guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was too. And I'm not ashamed of it. Like, watching, we went back and we watched the singular Shield versus the original Wyatt family match. And what a fucking trip watching that and seeing the crowd universally cheer Roman Reigns. That was a mindfuck.
So long ago.
But what a jerk. I mean, I don't know. My opinion's not going to change with the guy. I think both me and you share a bit of sympathy for the guy because he's just kind of the victim of poor booking. But
yeah, because, I mean, he's nice in the ring.
Yeah.
And even he works heel also. Like, he works heel. So, like, just make the nigga a heel. For fuck's sake.
Please, WWE listening. Please make him a heel.
I guess since we just spent a 5-minute rant on Reigns, should we talk about this Fatal 5-Way that the boy Kurt Angle announced?
Yeah.
So we got Reigns versus Wyatt versus Balor versus Rollins versus Samoa Joe. And it's going to be an Extreme Rules match too, isn't it?
It should. One would think. Yeah.
Let's touch on those matches from Raw, though. So we had Reigns and Balor. Not as good as their first match when he first debuted, when Balor first debuted, but still very solid.
Yeah.
A solid. I was expecting Balor to go over. Reigns went over, but they both look strong.
Yeah, and I know that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way because Reigns was injured, so he was wearing the bandage or whatever, and for him to go over Balor, and that's Balor's, I believe, his first time he's been pinned clean on Raw.
Yeah, that was his first L.
So that's going to upset a lot of people, and especially because Balor, I mean, we're growing more sympathetic to the guy. After Raw, I didn't watch it, but they had this the 24 special on Finn Balor, and it was I watched a montage they put together at the end of it, and it shows basically him getting injured during the Rollins match and his upward battle towards return to the ring, and it made you really feel for the guy if you weren't already. And seems like a likable guy, so I want to see him do well. But he needed to lose at some point. It was a little strange that his first loss was to a battered up Reigns.
True.
Feel me?
I feel you on that one.
But
yeah, making Reigns look too strong, but that's what always happens.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. About 45 minutes in, we probably should speed this up a little bit, eh?
All right, mate.
Wyatt going over Rollins to close out the show.
Woo!
I wish I could say I'm getting excited about that, but I'm sure that they'll just build him up to have a babyface go over him like they always do. So, yeah, I'm not geeked up. I'm indifferent. I'm officially off the Bray Wyatt train at this point.
Damn! You were riding that train pretty tough for a while.
I'm off Wyatt Island.
Damn.
Selling my stock. I'm selling my timeshare. On Wyatt Island.
But here's let me offer this. Since he debuted on Raw, he's been booked hella strong. And he how did the Rollins match end? Samoa Joe interferes.
When was the last time he won a match without somebody interfering? When exactly?
But let's talk about how he responded to that, because he ended up Sister Abigail-ing Samoa Joe to the...
Which was nice. I did like that.
Which was nice. And then getting Rollins. So I feel like if they have any chance of successfully rebuilding Bray Wyatt, without his family as a singles wrestler, then he's got to be a tweener. He's got to be this guy who's just, a weirdo. Slightly
fucks up heels and faces, doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, I could do with, I'll be honest, as good as he is at cutting a promo, I could do with slightly less rapiness, I mean, he's got being a weird creeper, he's got that down pat. But I'm just wondering if we could do a little less of that and more of just him being a badass. The guy that's just Sister Abigail's guys out of nowhere and doesn't give a fuck. I would reinvest my stock in Bray Wyatt if they could do that.
If they do that, maybe I will be you can buy stock, you can buy some Bray stock low right now. So if I see some upward trajectory, if I see the market moving a little bit, I could buy some. Yeah. But I mean, here's my point, and this is a good segue.
Yes.
Who is the most interesting character from the former Wyatt family?
From the former Wyatt? From the former Wyatt family. Well, I have an idea, and if you asked me yesterday, prior to watching Talking Smack, my opinion would have been different. My answer would have been different, but
we're living in today, though. We're living in today.
Well, then I'm going to throw it out there, and I never thought I'd say this, but Eric motherfucking Rowan.
Yo, I'm buying some Rowan stock right now on E-Trade.
Woo! God damn. Rowan on Talking Smack. Can we move on? Can we move along to the SmackDown, to the blue brand?
Oh, we're on SmackDown.
All right, so Eric Rowan came out on Talking Smack yesterday, and he just hit it out of the proverbial park. This guy came in, and he had a sack, like a big Santa Claus sack. I should clarify what kind of sack we're talking about. And with whatever inside, and when he starts opening it, he's taking out these sheep masks, like the ones that he's always wearing. But he's got a mask for, I guess, each emotion.
It's fucking awesome.
It's fucking nuts. And the first thing, so his mere presence, he's a huge guy, so you could already tell that Renee and Shane were a little creeped out. But when he put on his first mask, he said, "I want to show you something that makes me laugh." And he put on a sheep mask
clown mask. I was expecting him to go like Doink the Clown for a second.
And he put that on, and he just started laughing maniacally. And throughout the interview, you could see Renee and Shane getting more and more creeped out, genuinely creeped out, and it really added to the gravity of the situation. And he had a few other masks. He started throwing some around, and then he put on the his current mask, which has some sort of like oxygen, tank, respirator, some shit.
Helped him calm down a bit. What I liked about it the most, well, it was creepy, and I'm just like, why have they not let this guy talk more often? Mm-hmm. Really good. He seemed very comfortable on the mic.
Yes.
But like in the London show, him and Luke Harper fought, and I was like, what the fuck is the point of this match? Like,
yeah,
who cares? So I like the fact that they brought it around full circle to kind of tie up that loose end.
Yeah.
With him explaining like he didn't really appreciate Luke Harper turning on Bray. So it seems like Rowan is still kind of faithful to Bray Wyatt, even though he switched shows and left him behind. We might as well jump into the predictions. I'll go ahead.
I was just gonna say that. I think suddenly, this is a promo done right, and this is just going from giving no shits about a guy to holy fuck, that guy's capable of that. That that guy.
Invested.
Yeah, and you just became invested through one promo. That's. Yeah. I don't know if that's the advantage of having Talking Smack. Just kind of a more quiet little all eyes on me, don't let the crowd get to you kind of scenario. But I'm all invested too, and I think right there I'd say my promo of the week goes to Eric fucking Rowan.
I will co-sign that shit. Oh, show.
Bam. Woo.
Who goes over? So he requested a match from Shane, who looked visibly shook and gave it to him, versus Luke Harper. I wonder if that's going to be on the pre-show too. What does it make the main card? Regardless.
Yeah.
Who's the face and who's the heel in this situation?
I think Harper's face. I really don't know because they're both still swamp guys, and who the fuck knows? But Eric.
I think Luke Harper has to be the heel because he's wearing skinny jeans and shit now.
Who, Luke Harper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You start wearing the skinny jeans, you're a heel, baby.
You're a fucking heel when you start going Metro.
Yeah.
You go from the swamp to the Top Shop aisle.
Yeah.
You're a fucking heel, son. I'm predicting Luke Harper goes over.
Okay.
And the feud continues past Backlash.
Yeah, we need to get more emotionally invested in these guys. Luke Harper's got to have a kind of a counter. He's got to have a chance to respond. So I see this feud going at least to another pay-per-view. But I would say Rowan goes over just because he spit that hot fire on Talking Smack, and we want to see more of this guy.
All right, well, I'm about to keep track of these predictions.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
Rowan. Oh, no. I got Harper. You got Rowan.
Yeah.
Check this next week. Another match that who if you said this fucking a couple months ago, you wouldn't be super invested in it. But Aden English versus the Perfect 10 in the only show that we know for sure is on the pre-show.
Yes. I'm going to say match of the night, 5-star classic. And this will propel Aden English into a Hollywood career in all likelihood. And Aden English for president.
I don't know if you're being serious or joking right now.
A bit of both. Half serious, can we say?
And that shows how much we fuck with Aden English at this point that I couldn't tell if it was a joke or not. 'Cause 3 weeks ago, 100% I would have known it was a joke.
Yeah.
But how can you laugh at somebody when the spotlight's now on me?
Oh shit!
I think it will be a good match. I think it'll get the crowd hyped up. I hope that he hits us with a little solo, like he does.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going with Aden English going over on this one.
Oh shit! Damn. That's my fantasy booking, but I'm gonna go with the Perfect 10 for the sake of him just being built up. But
he's super over, obviously.
Super over, and it comes down to WWE realizing, they've caught lightning in the bottle with Aden English, breaking out as a what is his gimmick, by the way? Is he supposed to be like
That's what I was about to say. I want him to win, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind seeing a meltdown.
Oh, yes.
Like he had a couple weeks ago when he lost, where he just was crying and bawling in the middle of the ring. And Chris Jericho made him cry and shit.
Oh, fuck.
I guess if I was to fantasy book it, if I wanted both of those. Actually, maybe he breaks down and cries in like elation when he wins, too.
Oh, man.
Maybe he just turns into a guy who can't handle his emotions at all, kind of like you.
Kind of like me.
Dude, you told me you almost divorced your wife over a fucking wrestling podcast that we didn't record, and you got kicked out of Subway over 58 cents. I think it's safe to say that you can't handle your emotions.
No argument from this end. But, I would like that. Obviously, I'd be able to relate to the guy, but a guy that's just, mentally unhinged and over-emotional, that'd be a great gimmick. Aden English,
awesome gimmick.
I am all in on the Aden English project as well.
All right, let's continue through the card. Is Corbin and Sami Zayn having a match? Is that official yet?
Yeah, and let me just shit on this match for a second.
I don't care about this at all.
I don't either. And both guys, what do they got coming in? What's their momentum coming into this match? Well, Corbin just lost to the Viper, Randy Orton, and Zayn just got beaten down backstage by Corbin. So nobody's got any... It doesn't really matter who wins because they both look like fucking losers anyways. So,
hopefully they put on a great match, but...
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do we need to spend any more time on this? Let's just pick somebody. I guess I'll pick... Zayn's the lovable loser, so I guess I'll pick Corbin.
All right, I'll pick Zayn.
Oh, man. Somebody's going to win this one. We are on the opposite ends on everything right now.
Yeah.
But the match involving the two worst crew names of all time, the Welcoming Committee versus Glow, Royalty, and Fire. It's supposed to be like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Is that what they're going for?
Well, that's what I originally thought. I thought it was Earth, Wind, and Glow. You corrected me, but
I don't know if I'm right with my correction. I was just trying to replay in my head what Naomi said during her promo. I just want Mojo Molly to come out at Backlash during their song, and I'll be happy about it.
Mojo Molly. Fuck. Oh,
Mojo
fuck.
Molly.
Damn. Yo.
What do you think about the welcoming committee, though? I think they're going to go over, but I kind of like them. I just want them to have a better name.
Yeah,
and I would say that.
Yeah.
I'd say that. What's my man with the no chin?
Ellsworth.
He might have had the second best promo of the week when he started dissing all the chicks about how they couldn't be with him.
Yo, Ellsworth legit went hard as fuck. I didn't know he had that in him. And yeah, telling each of the Earth, Wind, Glow chicks that they couldn't. Sorry, girls. I know you're a princess, and I'm a prince, but I'm with Carmella. You know, and his blatant dismissal of each of those chicks was hilarious. And
I'm talking about how this dude is still on fucking TV, man.
Incredible. What tenacity. That guy, I still feel like James Ellsworth is the result of a bet. Maybe a bet between Vince and Shane. Like, yo, I bet you can't turn this guy into a career. Shane says, I bet I can. And here we are about a year later. And goddammit, James Ellsworth is still on our fucking televisions. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Like, let's think about the people he's worked with. Fucking Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles. He's in the main storyline of the women's division. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. But
debuted versus Strowman.
Wow. Ellsworth gets
mad props, yo.
I'll give him mad props. And
like, he jumped the line. There's probably mad indie stars that are salty as fuck. I feel like, Ellsworth is going to be a really good, whatever those homemade WWE documentaries are, like, there's going to be one on James Ellsworth at the end. Oh.
Even if his career ends right now, like, this man deserves a special.
Yo, I would shoot that shit for free.
Word?
Yo, if he'd be down?
Yeah.
I would 100% shoot that shit.
But you got to get the footage of his climb, and you got to go.
We're gonna have to go way back. We're gonna have to dig into the vault.
Yeah. Speaking of the vault, I didn't mention this to you, but I'm recording from the vault of my TV studio here in LA. I chose not to work at the news desk. At some point I'll do that, but I chose the records room, and I was looking around at some of the boxes, and they're all written in Japanese. And there was a box that just said homeless on there, and I'm like, what in the fuck is going on here? And then I looked at some of the other boxes, and I'm like, oh, okay, these are the names of the stories that you know what I'm saying? So,
did you think there was a guy who was homeless who was also named homeless that was living inside of that box?
Strongly considered that option. And happy to report that there's not. But yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, this is a milestone though, because this is the second time we've done this is our second international podcast. You being in London, me being in LA, but it's the first time
I don't mind these too much. They're like, I don't know. I feel like I have more laser focus.
Yeah. Although you had some issues with your hotel room, correct?
Yeah, it's a lot of echoes and shit going on here. I'm like right above the water. Excuse me. We're in Cannery Wharf, like the financial district over here. So it was getting some rain on the window. But at the end of the day, it's a hotel room, so I didn't have many places to go, and it's too hot. I could have gotten in the closet or something to make like a makeshift studio. But I'm currently sitting on the couch with my mic and my Jordans to get them at a 45-degree angle.
Nice.
And, you inspired me. I saw the angle you had yours in a box, and I was looking for a box or a shoe box. And I was like, oh, shoe box.
Yeah.
Oh, these Jordans will work just fine.
There we go.
We do what we got to do to give the people what they want.
That's right. We're all about the people.
All just about the people.
Yeah, just like Aden English.
What else do we have? We shall, finally, which is kind of cool.
What?
That they've built this entire kind of pay-per-view around Shinsuke Nakamura, the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
The artist. Are we calling him that, by the way? Is there no more King of Strong Style?
I'm not calling him the artist. I mean, he dresses like Michael Jackson, who's the king of pop.
Yeah.
So he's the king of strong style.
Okay.
Fucking get it together. Get it together, WWE. Don't be trying to change the shit. He's got a good thing going. Unless, like, the Michael Jackson estate is, like, hating on y'all right now, I'm going to need y'all to fall the fuck back.
Fall back.
Like, Ziggler is going to fucking fall from a how do you say his finishing move? Kinshasa!
The what? The what?
Shinsuke's finishing move.
Is there a name for it?
Yeah, fucking Corey Graves screams it every time he does it. Like the Kinsasha. Kinsasha or some shit like that.
Kinsasha. I assume it's something in Japanese, and that's... I'll look into it. I'll report back on it.
Yeah, get back to me on that one. As excited as I am for this match, I don't think we need to spend much time on it, because I feel like this is the first one we're going to agree on. There's no way he loses his debut match, is there?
It is SmackDown, and
it's SmackDown.
Be prepared. Let me put it this way: a year from now, Shinsuke is going to be in the main event scene. He's going to be contending for or holding the title. Dream booking is AJ versus Shinsuke, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. In the meanwhile, until he reaches his apex, the main event card, I feel like they're gonna kind of just show him off, take their time. They're giving him like special booking right now.
I guess the way that we can really predict this is: do you think his feud with Dolph Ziggler continues? I mean, what's the next pay-per-view for SmackDown? I mean, SummerSlam is right around the corner. It's not going to be fucking Nakamura versus Ziggler at SummerSlam.
No.
He's got to have a bigger match than that.
One would think. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to put all my eggs in a basket. I could see this going either way, and really wouldn't surprise me.
You have to choose.
All right, then I'll choose Shinsuke. I'll choose the safe bet.
All right, this is the first match we've agreed on.
Okay. Well done.
First match. We did it, guys.
We did it.
Ooh. Probably my favorite match on the card.
Spit it.
Or top two.
Okay.
Torn. Fucking Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles.
Oh, my lord.
How do you feel about Kevin Owens, the face of America, with the United States of America champion? I like that they're saying the whole title now instead of like the U.S. title or the U.S. championship. That they're saying the whole United States of America.
I mean, they're giving it more weight, and he's not wrong. Like, if you just say the U.S. title, it kind of loses a bit of its glimmer. And KO was on commentary correcting Todd Phillips and Byron. Say the whole thing. United States of America, your face of United States of America champion. Like, I like that, and I like how the title is potentially, by virtue of the two feuding right now, AJ fucking Styles versus Kevin Owens. This is some fantasy booking right here. And
some fantasy booking. It feels like the top belt right now, it does. For sure.
Yeah. So I think I want to, I'm really excited for this match. I think the match is probably gonna be match of the night.
5 stars.
And real excited. I will say this though, that KO, since becoming the face of the United States of America, he's a lot more, he's a lot more vicious, which I like, because in ring he's going to be more the beast and less of the cowardly heel that he was when Goldberg was.
You think it's because Americans are assholes stereotypically, and Canadians are so nice that now that he has an American belt, that he can just be more of an asshole and it's accepted?
I do, and he even, there was a USA chant at some point when AJ was facing Jinder on SmackDown, and KO pointed it out. He's like, just listen to these chants, kind of like the brush off, like, what a bunch of fucking idiots these Americans are. So I like, yeah, and I think the match is going to be great, and it's not going to end now, which,
they're going to feud for a bit.
For at least 3 pay-per-views. Which leads me to believe, if I could just go ahead and give you my pick, KO's going over.
I feel the same. I feel the same way. Mainly, I feel like, they're going to play up the storyline drama of AJ Styles' bum knee that KO took out during the match. So I think it's going to be a very well-told story of KO working that leg over. I see KO going over as well. Okay.
All right.
Now that we're getting to the big money matches, I see we're kind of landing in the same spot.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting more predictable, one would think, but again...
One would think, but again, it's a SmackDown pay-per-view, you never know.
And it's in Chicago, and you gotta factor that in, because as we know, our hometown is a fucking electric crowd, and we've seen huge twists and turns there in the past, and they know that booking the show going into Chicago that we are maybe the biggest heel, the smarkiest crowd, I would say, in the U.S., and they're going to take that into account when they talk about the outcomes. So I don't know.
Should we try to go to this shit?
Ooh.
Like just fly to Chicago for a day?
I could.
I'm looking at flights. I'm looking at flights right now.
You're back to LA on what, Friday?
Yeah.
So we'd fly out for Takeover on Saturday.
Would Raw and shit be in Chicago too? Will we need to stay? Will we need to stay till Wednesday?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, that's a big commitment. I'm looking at Monday to Sunday right now, or Sunday to Monday right now.
All right.
Get a gauge. Let me just get a gauge on. Oh shit! Fuck that. We ain't going.
All right. Well, we considered it. We considered it, and we will at some point.
It would cost like It's not a lot. It costs like $200, but it's on Spirit, which I don't want to get assaulted. I don't want to get assaulted. Did you see that huge fucking fight that broke out?
That was in Florida, right?
I know, but it was with like a Spirit Airlines agent because they kept like lying about the flight being canceled or some shit.
God damn.
Yeah, for our own safety and sanity.
So
I think we should just watch from the comfort of the hangar.
Yeah, I agree. And by the way, no. Post show, we're gonna do a post Backlash immediate reaction show. Can we advertise this right now?
I'm down. I can fuck with it.
Okay, let's do a. You want to do a pod, or you want to do a Periscope kind of live? Post show reaction.
I don't know. It's live would be better because then we don't have to wait so long to post it.
Yeah.
Get that immediate reaction.
Yes.
Right as it ends. Let's do that. We could even do like in between matches. So if we like watch it live, there'll probably be like 10 minutes of promo bullshit between each match, so we can kind of give a little give our hot takes immediately.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, people. The no return flight. Fill in the rest of the blanks, please.
Wrestling podcast.
Yes.
We're gonna go ahead and drop a show on Sunday. In between matches, a post match, something's gonna happen on Sunday. Oh man, I feel like. Can you hear the phlegm in my throat right now?
Yeah, it sounds disgusting.
Sorry about that, guys. Still fighting off that cold from London.
You're good.
You know, I'll fight through it. Flu game like Jordan.
Yeah, but whoa! Hold on. This is how we would typically end the show. We're forgetting the biggest match.
We got two more matches.
Oh, we got 2 more. All right. Hit me. What's the next one?
This is the second match that I'm most excited about, I would say. Breezango versus the Usos.
Oh!
Yo, Breezango might be the hottest thing on SmackDown right now.
Oh!
Those fashion files are so good.
So, they are good. They're good, and quote of Quote of the week, Fashion Files, was, see this shirt? Day one is H.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? The day one-ish. Which, I already love that. I love the Usos getting shirts. That's a day one-ish. Because that's some hood shit right there, you know?
Yeah.
That's like some self-censoring, saying ish instead of shit. But they had those shirts made. That was a shocker. And then the way that Breezango referred to it as day one is H.
What does it mean? It's so fucking good. As much as I love Breezango, I feel like this story can go a bit longer because they've made a natural progression to babyface. I feel like
yep.
Kind of went full babyface last episode. Mm-hmm. Usos are full heel. I'm loving this 5 days, 12 days shit. Like
12 days. Shit. What? 12 days. You gonna get got. 12 days. We're gonna serve your ass up cold. 12 days. Oos.
Man, so I'm liking it, and you know, like I mentioned before, I like the anchoring of a strong heel champion. So I think this story continues as well, and I'm going with the Usos for this one.
Usos win, and yeah, there's a lot more room. This just caught on recently between Breezango, and people are finally starting to give them props, and they're realizing how funny they are, and they've made that full babyface transition. So I expect to see this storyline develop more in the weeks to follow. Usos, I almost said the Uggos. The Usos go over, but expect to see more to come. And I think this could be a great match. I don't feel like, obviously the Usos are extremely nice in the ring, and
but so is Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Like, yes. Tyler Breeze might be the best worker out of all of them.
So, but they haven't had that chance to shine. The spotlight hasn't been on them. They haven't had time to put on a match that's, 20 minutes or so. And after what we saw with the Usos and American Alpha, I think, again, another strong candidate for match of the night.
Yeah, there's a lot of strong candidates for match of the night.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, SmackDown's so good.
Woo!
So I guess we can get into the main event.
Jinder. Spit it. Jinder. The crown
brothers.
The crown jewel. Time out. The crown jewel of SmackDown, the Maharaja. We will refer to him as his proper title, sir.
The crown jewel, the Madagascar?
Something like that. Start with an M.
Shit like that. It's with the M. The Madarashka?
I think it's Maharaja. Pretty sure.
That sounds right. That has a nice little roll. A little rolled off the tongue quite nice.
Yo, is this the battle of the best voices? Randy Orton versus Jinder. Jinder Unhindered. These guys both sound like villains. The way they talk. You know what I'm saying?
Even Jinder's voice sounds like it's on roids. Did he sound like this before he got roided up?
I don't know if he talked before he got roided up. I think he just got fed to whoever needed to look strong.
Yeah, they've been making him look real strong. I mean, they have to. Yeah. They have to, but he cheats his way through. He works stiff, too. He works super stiff.
Stiff as fuck.
I mean, I want him to go over. I just don't know if they'll pull the trigger. Randy Orton's been a weak fucking champion, man. They might as well put it on somebody else. It'll just be a placeholder until, I don't know, who moves up the card next?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know where, if Randy Orton wins this, I don't see where that title goes.
Oh, I got it, bro.
What?
We should have seen this shit fucking coming.
What is it?
Jinder's gonna win, and Rusev comes back and takes the belt off of him because they used to be tag partners.
Yo, I called this 2 weeks ago, so don't be taking my credit, son.
Oh, my bad, bro. I guess you did see it coming. My bad.
Trying to get that selective memory.
I wasn't selective. I really didn't remember. You're not memorable.
Oh, all right, buddy. All right.
So you predicted Jinder wins and Rusev takes it from him?
Jinder wins. Jinder unhindered wins in Chicago. The place goes batshit. And
does Rusev show up in Chicago?
Oh,
would be tight.
That would be tight. He'd get a big
tight.
He'd get a huge pop in Chicago.
Like that.
Rusev, Moskov.
My bad for taking your idea, bro. That's all you. I'm not gonna. I give credit is due.
I'm not trying to be selfish with the ideas here, because you've had a better 2017 than I have with the predictions. So like I said, the Alexa Bliss getting the muscle in Nia Jax, that was a hot call, and a few other ones. But I do think, here's the thing: if Orton retains, I mean, I don't think he's going to come out to a warm presence in Chicago. And I feel like it's a good time for him to lose. Because if he wins, what the fuck happens? Where does he go? Where does he go after that?
They should just write him off of TV for a while. Not write him off with it. I wouldn't mind him disappearing for a bit. There's nothing for him to do.
Nor would I. And Jinder wins. And you have the aforementioned Rusev scenario. Rusev's already demanding to face... Oh, Money in the Bank, by the way. Money in the Bank comes before SummerSlam. So, and that's a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. So, let's say Jinder wins. He's got the belt. He continues to develop as a heel. Gets genuine heat from the crowd. Maybe a few asshole chants. And he's got the Bollywood boys. The Singh brothers as his companions. And... you got a storyline there, and it works out great until Rusev returns at Money in the Bank, and who knows what happens from there. But I'm going with Jinder for this one, man. I think Jinder wins this, and the world comes unglued.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
Anything else? I feel like we hit it all. We've wow, we're creeping up on 90 minutes here. But we had to, we missed a week last week, there's some things to catch up on.
Oh, hey, I'm not, doesn't hurt me. There might be people out there like, I can't listen to 80 minutes. Shut the fuck up. Listen to our podcast. It's slightly enjoyable. And
all you assholes who commute from the fucking west side of LA to downtown for your corporate shill jobs. I'm talking shit. I'm such a fucking corporate shill now. You got plenty of time in your car to listen to it. Plenty of time on the expo line to listen to it. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
I'm going full heel right now.
Preach.
Full fucking heel.
Full heel.
That's it, man. Any interesting stories? And I usually kick it off with what stories you're working on. What's next? What's popping at NHK?
Let's see what's popping. We went to I'll tell you, we went to film some B-roll at the Mexican-U.S. border yesterday, and we went. So we didn't actually go to the border, like border crossing in Tijuana. We went to where there's no wall, there's no fence. And this is about 6 miles east of Otay Mesa. It's actually south of San Diego, and it's a small border town. And so we met with Border Patrol. We get in their car, they drive us. We need to be escorted at all times. And
gringos.
Yeah, and they take us to the first point where there's no wall of any sort, and learned a lot. There was actually, I'll share this with you. This is pretty interesting. There's the Tijuana airport, and it's so close to the border. It's basically on the border of Mexico. So it's so close that, in fact, you can park in Otay Mesa. You could park in the U.S., and there's a walkway that goes above head from the parking lot straight into Mexico, into the Tijuana airport, which, to my knowledge, might be one of the only places in the world where you can do that. Just cross over, a country border into an airport. So
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. But anyways, we're asking Border Patrol about, smuggling and, people trying to hop over and all this shit. And the agent told us, he said, so basically, we uncovered the longest tunnel in history recently within this year. And it went from under the airport in Tijuana into the American side. And the exit was in some building. So basically, they discovered this tunnel in the works when it was near completion. They let the diggers finish it, and
just caught them on the other side.
And they didn't even catch them on the other side. They let them smuggle. Get this, 4,000. I believe it was 4,400 pounds. 4,400 pounds of marijuana. Which, goddamn it,
you need to smuggle marijuana. It's about to be legal in America.
That's what I'm saying. But
that seems like a waste of time.
It does. But there was a need for it somewhere. And they let them take it into the U.S., load it into a truck, and they stopped them in L.A. when they were unloading the truck. So they ended up getting more people. They got, the smugglers.
Nice little sting operation.
Nice little sting. But just for a point of reference, you want to know how long that tunnel was?
Let me guess.
Yeah, okay.
17 miles.
17 miles. No, not quite. Well, that's kind of insane. But
I was trying to think of how thirsty would they be to smuggle those drugs.
Well, almost.
Mexicans work hard. Don't sell them short. That's not insane. A group of Mexicans could definitely dig. Dig a 17-mile tunnel.
You're right. If anyone could do it, it would be the Mexicans. And no, it wasn't that long, but it was.
You know how they said that God created the world in 7 days? You think he just had a team of Mexicans?
A good chance. Mexicans and probably. Why not? If I had a project I need to get done, some construction wise, I get some Mexicans. I get Mexicans for the building. I get Mexicans for the catering, the cleanup. And this is no slay on Mexicans, by the way.
No,
big fan.
Not at all.
Big fan of Mexicans and Mexico and their whole culture. Not a fan of all the journalists that are getting killed there, because that's another thing that I'm covering, is the kind of the freedom of speech in crisis. And Mexico is either second or third most dangerous place in the world to be a journalist. So gonna have to go over there at some point and cover that, and hopefully I don't get attacked myself. But yeah. Oh, and to answer that question, no, the tunnel was 930 yards. So that's about 9 football fields.
Almost 10 football fields. 9 football
almost 10.
Fields.
Yes.
Wow. Impressive.
So that is impressive. So, props to the people that dug that, although you're in jail now, so you're probably not listening to this. But still an admirable feat.
Indeed.
Woo.
Impressive. Thanks for that tidbit, that nugget.
You got it.
Well, shit. I feel like I need to go to bed or something. What time is it? 11:15. Maybe I'll stay up for a little basketball game, huh? Yeah.
Basketball.
All right, well, fuck it. I'll see you Friday, and hopefully, now that you've recorded your podcast, your marriage can be salvaged.
It can. I'm gonna go back and apologize to my wife as soon as this ends.
Kiss the wife and kids for me.
I will.
Peace.